Okay, I want to make something really clear before I start this video. This Wimpy Kid book was not made by me. It was made by you slash insert underscore name here. Uh, I'll link him down in the description. This is all credits to him. Anyway, let's get started. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Home Alone, by you slash insert underscore name here. Sunday. Last week, Mom said that the cold weather was getting unbearable and that we were going to spend Christmas at a one-way trip to Australia. I assume that she booked the trip over there because Australia's weather is in reverse and it's currently summer over there. Today we started packing for the trip and Roderick was pretty disappointed when Mom told him that Australia isn't actually upside down. We have about two pressure considering things are already really hectic around the house. Recently, Manny broke his foot because he was home alone with Roderick, as Mom, Dad, and I had to go to a parent-teacher meeting. Manny told Roderick he wanted to go to the park and he asked Roderick to push him on the swing. I think you can guess what happened next. And that's not all. Mom told Roderick it was about time he started to help around the house, and she made him in charge of doing the laundry. Roderick managed to screw that up as well. All I hope is that Dad has a spare suit to wear to work tomorrow, because he definitely isn't going to be wearing his old one anytime soon. Wednesday. I woke up about 12 p.m. in the day. I started to freak out because we were supposed to be at the airport by 7 a.m. I got up and something was off. I checked every room and nobody was in any of them. I went downstairs and the car was gone. Either my family got abducted and they took the car, or they left to Australia without me. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure the first option only happens in children's books. And I'm pretty sure I'm not a children's book character, so I'm guessing it's the latter. I started to freak out, but then it hit me. My family is currently on the other side of the world. I have the home all to myself. I figured that now I'm alone, I can finally play the new Twisted Wizard game. Last week, Mom bought me the newest entry in the series, but she said I could only play with it after our trip to Australia. I went over to our Christmas tree and I picked up some of the boxes and shook them around to figure out which one had my game inside. I played the game for a couple hours and then put it back into its case. By then, I was getting hungry and I brought out some of my old comics and a pack of chips. Everything was going great. The thing is, while reading my comic, I couldn't help to feel like I could see something outside. But just then, oh no! I don't know about you, but I'm willing to bet that those people aren't Mom and Dad waiting outside. I kept the lights on so they would think that there was still someone home, and miraculously, it worked. I listened carefully and heard them talking about coming back in an hour when it was close to midnight. They headed back to their van and waited. I ran straight up to my bedroom and thought things through. I wanted to call the cops, but the only phone in the house was right next to the window, and those guys could see me. And the ladybug's pretty much a wreck after Roderick did the laundry and forgot to take it out of my pant pocket. I figured I only had two options. One, I fight my way out of this. Two, I set up a series of complex Rube Goldberg machines and attempt to foil the robbers' plans to ensure my safety. Those guys were about 5 times the size of me, so I had to go with option 2. I didn't have a lot of time left, so I seriously had to wrap things up. I managed to finish my traps and set some hidden cameras about 5 minutes before midnight. It's time to watch the fireworks. I waited upstairs at my bedroom and watched carefully. There seemed to be two robbers, and one of them came in through the window, right into my first trap. I buttered up the floor, and it made it pretty slippery. I hope those guys can ice skate. I got to watch in awe as those two tried to slide their way to the stairs and right into my next trap. I started yelling to signal that I'm upstairs, and one of the robbers ran straight into my tripwire. The other guy walked past the guy on the floor and started to run up the stairs. I made sure to give him a little surprise though. I walked down the steps and one of them tried to grab me, but I kicked him right in the face. I ran straight into the living room with my walkie-talkie and held my breath. If I get spotted now, I'm a goner. Come out, wherever you are. I waited till the coast was clear and turned on the walkie-talkie. I had placed another walkie-talkie inside my basement before the robbers came inside, and I looked at the walkie-talkie in my hand and said, "I'm over here, you bozos!" My plan worked, and the two dimwits came running towards the basement. They looked like they were out for blood, and right in time for my next trap. I waited until they both got right into position before I enhanced the rest of my plan. I hung the creepy witch that's really sensitive to sound in the basement, and all it took to activate the witch was the sound of a clap. Those guys were taken back and tripped over some paint cans right into Dad's tool cabinet. Those guys were pretty much done with life at that point, and I came downstairs and they both just looked at me. They both looked pretty disappointed to realize they got finished by a child. I went back upstairs to call the cops, but then you have a new message. Gregory, can you hear this? If so, I want you to stay strong. We're coming, Greg. Hang on. Christmas. It's been a crazy 2 weeks ever since I had to deal with those two goons. To cut to the chase, Mom said that Roderick was in charge of doing a head count before they went to the airport, and Roderick accidentally missed me. I kept asking Roderick if it was intentional or not, but he wouldn't budge. Give me some ice cream and I'll consider telling you. Another massive thing is that those two goons now have a jail cell at prison with their names on it. The police showed up and they recognized them and they said they've been trying to catch them for months. I guess that goes to show how incompetent the police here is, because I caught those two clowns way before they could. Mom says it's a Christmas miracle that I was safe, but that sounds way too corny to end on. If I had to give a real to the story, it's to never trust your older brother to do anything. The end. So everyone, that was Home Alone by u/insert_name here. I hope you guys liked it. I think this is the video where I stuttered on the most. Yeah, I stuttered a lot in this video. Holy crap. I had so many retakes. Anyway, I hope you guys have a happy holiday. I think this is gonna be the last video of the year. Next year, I'm gonna have such good content coming soon. Trust me. Anyway, like and subscribe if you want. I don't care what you do. That's all for this time.